Hello and welcome to my channel Heart to Heart. Today we'll be talking about the documentary of TB Joshua, the reaction to the documentary of TB Joshua. Today I will not be telling you what to believe or what not to believe, but I have a word for those who are leaving comments on social media and also the impact it has on people. Anyway, before I proceed, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, click on the like button, click on the notification bell, and also share this video with your friends and family. And do not forget to leave your comments. So my people, I just want to tell you that I feel so disappointed with the response I'm getting or the things I'm reading online concerning the documentary of TB Joshua. It is really concerning that my fellow Nigerians can be this. I don't know the right word to describe what I perceive it to be. Some are saying, why is it now that he's gone that this is coming out? Some are even telling us how he's been generous, he's been doing this, he's been doing miracles. For goodness sake, how is generosity or miracle working? How does it relate to the issue that has just come up on the documentary? How does it relate to the people that are claiming that they had experience of abuse during their walk with him? How does that relate with the response from his disciples that they were under a situation that could be considered abusive? How does being generous or doing miracles, how does it relate? One thing I want to tell us is we don't know the impact of those negative comments. We are indirectly telling other people, which could be yourself, or let me not say yourself, but could be your relative who is under such situation, who is under an abusive situation, to be quiet. You are indirectly telling them that if they speak up, nobody will believe them, so they should keep it to themselves. That is what we are ignorantly telling people without knowing. Many people reading the comments you are writing might be going through one form of abuse or the other. But seeing those scary comments from you people indirectly is telling them you have to be quiet because nobody will believe you. It will be your fault. There will be ways, people will derive ways to blame you as the victim. Blame the victim is what we are doing in our comments. By the way, what I gathered from information online is this documentary started a few days before he passed. You might think it is false. It is your own belief. They themselves, they have their own belief that it is the truth. That is their own belief. That is why they come up to speak. It is their own truth. And it is not your position to judge. It is not your position to judge. If you have to comment at all, you can be empathetic. Say sorry to that person. Express your feeling of sorry for that person who came out, who damned the consequences and decided to speak up. Otherwise, you can just be quiet because you will be causing more harm than good. You don't have any obligation to speak. You don't have any obligation to speak. Do you even know how scared those victims are normally? Sometimes they need time, which could be years, to heal from their trauma of abuse before they speak up. I'm not talking about his own case. I'm not talking about TB Joshua, but generally, if you watch abuse situations, cases, whether in Nigeria or in abroad, you will find out that it takes years before they recover and think it's time for me to speak up. And sometimes that speaking up is a sign that they have healed and they are ready to move on. What role are you playing to support these people or future victims of that abuse through your comment? While some of us naively thinks it is a situation of touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm, Do you know if that victim is the anointed, which you by your comment are already harming? Do you know? You know, God is the only judge, and we should not play his role. Sometimes we make men of God, we kind of make them as God. We see them as God, assuming they don't have their own flaws, assuming they are perfect as God. Remember, God does not share his glory. No man is perfect. No man is God. So the sin you are even committing by that touch not my anointed quote in your head is even more than someone who is quiet or someone who is empathizing with that victim. Why don't you leave it to God to judge? I don't know if it is over righteousness, but it's becoming scary. And I feel sometimes some of those people who are loudest in shushing those people that speak up, do you know if those people are also indirectly shushing people around them? It is now a culture. You don't even know when abusers themselves contribute to shushing people so that abusers will not feel, so that those abused will not feel confident to speak up. So be careful your comments, because you can be seen as a suspect. You have to be careful what you say on social media, what you write on social media. Social media never forgets. Once again, I remind you, you don't have to speak. You can be quiet. Keep your opinion to yourself. Let God speak and fight for his own. If they are his disciples, they are also the children of God. So who is the anointed here? Are you the one to choose? Remember Timi Dakolo's wife's case. That is how people came after her, attacking her, shushing her. You people don't know what damage you have done to those women, that woman. And you just invite battles into yourself, because any cry that woman cries to God, if she's innocent, it's not for me to decide whether she's innocent or not. But if she was saying the truth and she cries to God on all those your comments on social media, I'm speaking as a Christian in this case, So don't invite your battles into your life by claiming other people's battle. Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. Meanwhile, before you comment, make sure you watch the documentary. It is 3 hours long. There are 3 pieces of documentaries. So watch it before you start to comment, and know that your comment either empowers abusers to continue to perpetrate their evil, or it will weaken them. It will make them know that there is no safe place for them. Just be careful and be intentional about your comment. Mind you, BBC documentary takes long. Even some people were casting BBC that why did they get involved. When they did the one for Codeine, everybody liked it. We were praising them. It took them years to do that one. When they did the one for xenophobia for South Africa, we all liked it. When they did the one for university lecturers collecting money, using grades, the other, I don't want to talk about it, for grades, we were all happy. But when it goes to that aspect that we think we have to protect, we damn the consequences, but whether spiritual or physical. We are not, it doesn't concern us whether many out there will remain silenced forever by our comment. We are not concerned whether other abusers out there will be empowered, knowing fully well that the public will support them, So be careful. Once again, I say it again, be careful what you what you are fighting for, what your comment is representing. Thank you for watching. Have a good day, and bye-bye.